Welcome to Emunah, Our Shield, live from Yerushalayim. I'm so excited to be here and give you my heart. Hi, it's Chaya here. I'm excited for today because I want to give us not just the idea of what is Emunah, but the strength to go into this week in a much better way, hopefully with good ideas and strength. What I want to say is many people are calling me, they're telling me they're scared, they're worried, they're overwhelmed. It's so normal to feel that during this timing because there's a lot of things going on. On campuses, people are being told terrible things. All over the world, the whole world is coming together and scaring us, and we could get really overwhelmed. I think right now there's two ways to go. To be in overwhelm and fear and worry, or to say, you know what, there's two ways for me. Let me try to see the other way to go. Maybe that would be more helpful, the way of getting closer to Hashem, getting to know who Hashem is, getting to see Him in the real world. Having belief and emunah in Hashem is no big deal when everything's good. That's not a big deal. It's all when things are challenging and confusing and we don't know what we're doing. That's when the real test comes. So I want to share with us some wild stories that we just heard this week that were just so powerful to hear, that whoever jumps into Hashem's arms in times of fear, in times of worry, they get to see that mitzvot, holy good deeds, are really the things that are going to protect us and give us the strength. Fear takes you down the road of nowhere. Emunah, trusting in God, takes you down the road of connection and happiness and hope. So the next story is even more crazy than the first one. It's more powerful and more like, wow, the power of our mitzvot. So here we have Mati again, scared for his life, being chased by very dangerous people. And as he's running, he gets hit with a grenade in the back of his back. He gets so scared, his back is hurting him so much, he starts running for his life, and he sees a house that's burning up because they had just thrown something at it. And he runs into a burning house, terrified for his life. I mean, his heart was pounding. I mean, I can't even imagine the fear. He said he was so scared, he ran underneath a bed and he was shaking. While he was shaking underneath that bed, he said, there are people around the house that are so dangerous. I don't know if I'm even going to make it out alive. He's screaming, Hashem, I want to live. I want to live. I want to say Kabbalah Shabbat one more time. I want to be able to just have one more Shabbat. Please let me live. And then he screamed, Shema Yisrael Kinu Hashem Echad. There's only one God who can protect me and watch over me. Please, God, protect me. And as he's screaming Shema, he feels more calm. And then he shot one of the people that was really dangerous. And the people know, his people know, there are different shots between somebody who's not safe and somebody who's safe. They heard the shot, and they came running in, and they saved him, they took him out. They said, wow, Mati, we're here for you. And he was just so shooken up. And you can imagine what he's going through right now. The fear is beyond. But he realized he had one thing. The only thing he had was Hashem. When somebody's scared or someone's overwhelmed, the only thing you have is Hashem. So we need to know that these things are real. These things are not just like an idea. Why am I telling you all these ideas? Because right now, we are living in times we've never lived before. We've never been in such a war that was beyond our imagination. But if we take the message and we grow from this and we become greater people, that is the goal. The goal is not to scare us, to make us all scared. That's not what Hashem wants. What does Hashem want? Hashem wants us to become great. And now I want to share with you that it says that this timing is called Chevli Mashiach, the birth pangs of Mashiach. Like before Mashiach comes, there's going to be a lot of things that are going to come into our lives. We're going to be like, how did this happen to me? And many rabbis are talking about this, and they were saying there's something called Chevli Mashiach. There's going to be a rope. I'm going to give you a little visual aid here. There's going to be a rope that every single person is going to have holding on around the whole world. Now this rope is going to be a very thick, strong rope. Chevli Mashiach. Chevel is a rope. And Hashem is going to shake it from side to side. What does that mean, Hashem is going to shake the rope from side to side? It means that there's going to be a test that everyone's going to have. And their test is going to be a test of Emunah, holding on to Hashem. And whoever's going to hold on to Hashem when Hashem shakes this rope, they're going to be protected and safe and calm and relaxed. And whoever doesn't, is going to shake and they're going to fall down. And this is the test we're going to have right now. Whoever's going to hold on tight, hold on to Emunah, and our thoughts are so important right now because our fighting is over our mind. Because if he didn't think in his mind, let me say Shema Yisrael, let me think about Hashem. If he didn't think about that, there would be no miracle. But because we're turning to Hashem, we're using our minds to think better, we're protecting the world. Now we need to take our minds and put it all in trust in Hashem, not in fear. Be afraid not to trust in Hashem. Be afraid not to grow. Be afraid not to become a better person because Hashem is talking to you and you don't want him to bring the messages to you. And it was very crazy because this morning we had a few stabbings right outside of Chaya and other places there have been stabbings. And we were just talking about like, what is Hashem telling us? And we're saying, you know what? Sometimes you don't realize you could hurt people. You could stab them in the back by saying something hurtful. And they're just like, they feel like they just lost their whole lives. They just lost themselves. We have to realize that if this is happening again and again, Hashem is talking to every single one of us. Everyone needs to improve. We need to become better people, become closer to Him, be more careful with our prayers, be more careful with the words that we say, be more thoughtful in the way we do things, because if we hold on to Hashem, that is what Emunah is. Emunah is trusting in Hashem, going towards Him, not away from Him. And we get to see, what does fear do? Fear is destructive. Fear brings us to places I can't go anywhere, I can't do anything, I don't know what I'm going to do, how am I going to function, oh my gosh, what's going on with everyone in Israel, we're so scared. But if you jump into Hashem's arms, what do you get? You get creativity. Oh my gosh, I'm going to go and I'm going to help hundreds of people. I'm going to go package things and send them to help others. Wow, creativity comes into your mind to do amazing, mind-blowing things that you would never imagine that you could be the one to do this. The creativity that's coming in people's minds are all from Hashem. So the more we hold on to Hashem, the more we trust Him, the more we say, you know what, Hashem, I want to thank you for the good that happened to me today in my day. Wow, that was so awesome that you took care that I was able to meet my friend. I was able to go out to eat with my friend for lunch. Thank you so much, Hashem. Let's focus on the good that Hashem is doing so that we can give the energy to the world of goodness that come into the world. And if we get rid of the fear and the terror and the pain and the crazy ideas that are coming up with us and turn to listen to the one who's giving us all this, knocking on our doors to remind us that He wants us to come home. If we start moving upwards, they will have no power. The pasuk says, "Hakol kol Yaakov yadayim de Esav." The voice is the voice of Yaakov, but the hands are the hands of Esav. It means that if the voice of Yaakov, if we're going to use our voice, we're going to use our words, and we're going to use our voice, say, how can I help? What can I do? How can I become a better person? If we use our voice in that way, we're going to go higher and higher. V'yadayim de Esav. Esav is all the people that want to hurt us. They will have no power. They only have power with their hands, and Hashem can make their hands in 1 second have no power. But if we get into the power of getting scared and worried, we give them power. Let's take upon ourselves, I'm going to become a better person. I'm going to be a person who's going to be kind to others. I'm going to be a person who's going to trust in Hashem. I'm going to make the call of Yaakov, the voice of Yaakov, the voice of using my mouth in a good way, higher and higher and higher, so that I will push down all the negative energy and bring the miracles to the world. I give us all a blessing. Let's use our time now to be scared and not to trust in God, to be scared not to become great, to be scared that, oh my gosh, how can I be living in this timing and not move upward in my life? That's what we're scared of. And say, let's use our imagination, let's use our creativity to change the world, to say, I am going to make the world a better place. And Hashem put into your mind things you've never done before, things you've never even thought you could do. One of my friends just made a whole spa night for everyone who's been in any situation that was terrifying. And for free, she got all her friends together and the spa night, and they got their nails done, and they got their hair done, and they got massages. And they were like, wow, this is amazing. Instead of living in fear, she said, what am I going to do? This is the way we need to come. Please share with me how you're going to become a better person, how you're going to take the fear and use it in the best way. I'm fearing not to become who I need to be. And may we be worthy very soon of seeing miracles above our imagination, using our minds above our imagination, and put our arms in Hashem and let Him hold you and let Him make miracles for you. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Old City Radio. Hope to see you again very soon.
I cannot wait to share more amazing stories about how awesome the Jewish people are.
Faces International, thank you very much.